You're watching Vihaba News. This is our series of providing the latest updated news on the agricultural sector, not just in Vietnam but also in the world. Here are the headlines today. The first part concerning global agricultural market. The energy crisis causes global agricultural prices to rise sharply. Widespread energy shortages have caused the world economy to new risks and challenges, especially for Asian producers. Global agricultural productivity is not growing as fast as food demand. Global agriculture continues to face difficulties reflected in the fact that global agricultural productivity is not growing as fast as the demand for food. Remote exhibition, a great solution to boost export during the COVID-19 pandemic. In the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, the remote exhibition has become a salvation, an effective assistance for Vietnamese businesses to promote their brands, maintain and expand export activities. The second part concerning Vietnam's agricultural market. Vietnamese agriculture products are selling well at major UK supermarkets. With the UK FTA coming into effect, there is a great opportunity to export Vietnam agricultural products to the UK market. Turkey is emerging as a potential market for Vietnamese agricultural products. The Turkish market is emerging as a potential market for Vietnamese agricultural products such as cashew nut, pepper, rice, and coffee. The first part concerning global agricultural market. COVID-19 pandemic has a sharp impact on agriculture all over the world. It causes the global agricultural productivity is not growing as fast as food demand. In addition, the price increase caused by the energy crisis. And furthermore, there is a great solution to boost export during the COVID-19 pandemic: remote exhibition. The energy crisis causes the global agricultural prices to rise sharply. Widespread energy shortages have exposed the world economy to new risks and challenges, especially for Asian producers, including agricultural producers around the world, and have caused the price of agricultural products to increase. Energy prices, gas prices, and electricity prices all increased sharply across all continents, from Europe, Asia, South America, and the reason is that in 2020, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic reduced mining and energy production activities, leading to a lack of supply. This energy crisis first appeared in China, the world's factory, due to the increase in electricity consumption and the new policy of the Chinese government to reduce greenhouse gas, leading to electricity shortage. Meanwhile, the world's energy demand in 2021 begins to recover and grow. European countries make the purchase of store fuels for winter, causing the demand for fossil fuels to increase. Energy prices in the developed world rose 80% in August, the fastest pace since 2008, and in Europe, natural gas prices have increased more than 130% since the beginning of September, and now 8 times higher than the same period last year. In the East Asia, natural gas prices have also increased 85% in the beginning of September. If the weather is severe, the coming months the energy supply will be extremely strained, and this situation could last for many years. The shortage of energy has caused the prices of agricultural products to increase, especially food. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, the United Nations (FAO), the global food index rose 130 points in September, up to 1.2% compared to August, up to 32.8% compared to September 20. And this energy crisis could drive agricultural prices higher, as it will increase in the coming quarters. The reason for high price is because energy crisis puts more pressure on agricultural fertilizer producers and transportation companies as their costs soar. In recent weeks, some factories have been closed and reduced output to save electricity, and the food supply chain is at risk as energy crisis make the harvest much more difficult. Global food have surged to their highest levels in a decade, and with the growing in price, the situation will worsen as countries are struggling to harvest a wide range of agricultural products. Global agricultural productivity is not growing as fast as food demand. In this volatile situation, not global agricultural prices rise sharply, but global agriculture continues to face difficulties reflected in the fact that global agricultural productivity is not growing as fast as the demand for food. Amid the impact of climate change, according to a new report released in conjunction with the World Food Price Foundation annual conference, FAO's latest information points to a record cereal production of 2.8 billion tons in 2021, up to 1.1% from the outturn in 2020. However, at this level, production would still be lower than forecast for world cereal consumption of 1.811 billion tons, leading to a drawdown in world inventories. World wheat production in 2020 is forecast at 776.7 billion tons, lower than the forecast demand 779.1 million tons. Total factor productivity is growing at annual rate of 1.36% from period 2019 to 2021, according to the 2021 Global Agricultural Productivity Report. This is below the Global Agricultural Productivity Index that has set an annual target of 1.73%. The growth to sustainably meet the needs of consumers for energy and bioenergy in 2050. TFB growth is influenced by climate change, weather events, changes in the fiscal policy, market condition, investment infrastructure, and agricultural research and development. This is largely due to weather phenomenon in climate change, which have reduced productivity growth globally by 21% since 1961 in the dry regions of Africa and Latin America. Climate change has slowed productivity growth as much as 34%. In addition, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, agricultural production activities were disrupted, leading to a decrease in output in many countries. This situation is expected to be overcome soon when the pandemic situation is under control and agricultural countries focus on developing science and technology in production to increase output. Remote exhibitions, a great solution to boost exports during the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, at the 8th China Asian Expo, Vietnam and many other countries participated with the remote exhibition model. Enterprises participated in the fair follow the remote exhibition model of competitive industries and develop export market in China for agricultural products, processed food, and consumer goods. In the form of remote exhibition, businesses send samples to display directly at fair and connect online transactions with customers through the application of digital technology platforms. Buyers have the opportunities to review and experience the actual product in its entirety. and the general booths are eye-catching in design, ensure the function, install equipment so that businesses can easily connect and also negotiate online transactions. Remote exhibition model is a suitable and effective solution to support businesses in promoting their brands, products, services, maintain and expand export activities, as well as participate in distribution channels in China as well as other countries around the world. Participating in trade shows and exhibitions in the remote exhibition model is a great opportunity for businesses to find new customers, especially in the context of complicated COVID-19 pandemic and unpredictable globally. Remote exhibitions are being held more and more around the world. Some remote exhibitions have achieved great success, such as Vietnam Expo 2021 was held April 14th, 2021, Trade Show Indonesia from October 21st to November 4th. Facing the difficulties caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, agribusiness enterprises found their own suitable solution to remove temporary difficulties. The second part of our news, Vietnam's agricultural market. In 2021, Vietnam's agricultural exports faced many difficulties and challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, especially in June and August. The fourth wave of COVID-19 pandemic broke out in many localities, disrupting the supply chain and consumption chains as well, and directly affecting the production and export situation. However, in the first 8 months of 2021, Vietnam agricultural exports still grew quite well. Many export agricultural products have increased both quantity and export value. In the first 8 months of 2021, the export turnover of agricultural products reached $12.2 billion, up to 14.2%, in which only two items with a decrease in export value were reached $2.1 billion, down 6.8%. The volume decreased by 14.8%. Tea reached 133 million down 1.6%. Volume decreased by 6%. And in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, despite negatively affecting the economy, Vietnam's agricultural exports are seeing positive changes. Vietnamese agricultural products are selling well at major UK supermarkets. Not only that, Vietnam continues to increase the export of these items to Turkish markets. Vietnam's agricultural products are selling well at major UK markets. Vietnam and the UK have had a good relationship in trade cooperation. As a result, bilateral trade turnover has increased sharply in recent years. Especially the UK VFTA is a great opportunity to export Vietnamese agricultural products to the UK market. The UK is one of the 10 largest markets in the world with an annual food import of $65.5 billion USD. In the first 6 months of 2021, after UK VFTA took effect, the bilateral trade turnover between Vietnam and the UK had a spectacular breakthrough with a total value of $3.3 billion, up 28% over the same period last year, in which export from Vietnam reached nearly $3 billion up 29%. Along with that, a number of Vietnamese agricultural products have been present in the UK market such as coffee, cashew nuts, paper, which are sold well in large supermarkets. In 2020, cashew nut export to the UK reached more than 16,000 tons, with more than 92 million USD, accounting for 71% of the market share. Paper export more than 5,620 tons, accounting for nearly 40% of the market share, and coffee export 27,950 tons, accounting for nearly 5% of the market share of coffee imported into the UK. In general, in the first 8 months of 2021, most of the items exported to the UK saw an increase in export turnover compared to the same period last year. However, some agricultural products such as cashew nut, coffee had a slight decrease of 2.27% and 2.88% over the same period. The potential for trade cooperation between Vietnam and the UK is huge. Vietnam has a great potential for the production of agricultural products and tropical fruits. In the last 3 years, the total export volume of Vietnam agricultural products has already reached over 40 billion USD per year, of which has exported to many high-quality standard markets such as the UK, EU, US, and Japan. Turkey is emerging as a potential market for Vietnamese agricultural products. While increasing market share in the UK market, Vietnam also shows many positive signs in exporting agricultural products to Turkey. In particular, the Turkish market is emerging as a potential market for Vietnamese agricultural products such as cashew nut, paper, rice, and coffee. Vietnam and Turkey has cooperated in many aspects in recent years, especially economic terms. Despite facing many difficulties due to the COVID-19 pandemic, bilateral trade turnover in the first 8 months of 2021 still reached more than 1 billion USD, up 26% over the same period in 2020, in which Vietnam continued to have a trade surplus with the rate of 1 billion USD, accounting for 75 to 80% of the total bilateral turnover. In the first half of 2021, the total import of shell cashews into Turkey were 4,915 tons, up 35.4% over the same period. In period of 2020, the turnover reached approximately 70.58 million USD, down 50% compared to the same period last year, in which Vietnam is still leading, accounting for approximately 94% of the market share of cashew export to Turkey in the first 6 months of this year, with 4,607.82 tons reaching 60.47 million, up to 52.8% on average. Vietnam paper export to Turkish market tend to increase sharply. In the first half of 2021, Turkey imported a total of 3,764.1 tons of black paper, worth more than 7.21 million USD. Vietnam continues to hold the position of the country with the largest export volume of this item to Turkey, with 2,236.3 tons, reaching a turnover of more than 4.32 million USD, a sharp increase in both volume and value. That is it for Vihaba News here on Vihaba channel. Do stay with us because we will have many upcoming weekly news on the agricultural sector. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to find more news. Thank you for watching Vihaba News. See you soon. Bye.